Welcome, soul family, to another to another celebrity reading. Today we are doing the personality for Yusei Yagi. All right. Somehow when I saw his name as a request, something just clicked inside. I'm like, okay, I have to do his reading, though I have no clue about him. And I would really appreciate if you all look at the reading and tell me whether I'm accurate or not. Okay, who all are new here, please subscribe. I really appreciate the support. Please comment, like videos. That really helps me. And if you all are interested in understanding how the tarot works, definitely look at the cheat sheet. I've put the link in below. So you all can pick up any tarot reading and know the traditional meanings of the cards. It's one single page and you get everything on that single page, which makes life very, very easy. All right, so let's dive into his personality. Yusei Yagi. As usual, a very interesting personality. In the center, the theme of his personality is the World card. This man is pretty open about who he is. Has no problem the world seeing him for who he is. And he doesn't hide his true self. Very successful, very amazing. He's got a very strong mindset. I think he's well educated. He's well read. Very like when you meet him, it's a very accomplished person. Most actors are very accomplished, but with him there is this, this feeling of, oh my god, this guy knows so much and he's so charming and he's so everything. He has a complete handle on himself. He's not somebody who you will see losing it in any way. He has everything together. Obviously, he's also very famous. He's going to just get more fame in his life. It's just going to increase. And with he knows how to, have the right mindset. He's a very, very positive, goal-oriented person. He has his eye on his goal very well. Also a person who has pets, who is friendly with animals. And who's gentle inside. He's very gentle inside. Aesthetic. He has a very strong aesthetic sense. His mindset is very optimistic and full of abundance. Like, I have everything. I am everything. The sense of his I am is very strong. Even though in his past, he has definitely faced some sort of harsh betrayal. This is like ultimate betrayal. Where you're completely stabbed. You're completely lit. He has risen from this. Everything, maybe somebody he trusted very deeply has betrayed him. Maybe, the person who was there with him for a long time is the one who actually stabbed him in the back. But because he has such a strong personality, he overcame that on his own. And that part of his life is over. Because in the future, we have the star. So this guy is just going to grow more in fame. And he's also going to have a lot of balance. He will balance his emotions and his logical mind. Again, I see vulnerability. He's going to accept who he is. Be open about who he is. And we're going to see more of that self-love and self-acceptance coming in his life. And we see him, growing to be bigger star than he is now. I see again, these small flowers over here, and there are flowers over here. He's somebody who, likes to surround himself with natural beauty and nature and, connect to the energies of nature. I feel that. He's somebody very comfortable in going to the mountains, near the lakes. He might like, being out in the outdoors a lot. Yeah, I just get a feeling that he likes to connect to water. He might like beaches, things like that. With his identity, we have again the death card. When I see the death card in the identity, I feel as a person who likes change. He identifies with everything falling apart and then starting all the way new. He identifies with constant change coming in his life. And he might be having a number 5 somewhere in his, in his birth date. Maybe the 5th month or the 5th day, something like that. Because they thrive on change. There are some people who like everything to be the same. This is not that guy. he gets bored if things are the same, so he not constantly needs change in his life. With the Queen of Wands, again, he is emotionally very he has high EQ. That is what I would say. He's emotionally nurturing, giver, that kind of thing. I see that with him as his influence also. Very intuitive, with this black cat. I feel he's very, very intuitive. A sunny personality, definitely with a sunflower. Very passionately involved in his work. All right, very, very passionately. And he has a temper problem. He gets angry fast. He might talk also angrily. He might not be able to hold down and keep it in. When he's angry, it will come out. He might be having the temperament of, just saying whatever he wants in his mind. He doesn't filter it. And maybe the people who are with him might find him a little bit blunt. I just got that feeling that that's how it is with him, but he's honest and he's on the face. You don't have to second guess with him. He will tell you exactly how he feels. He has no thing of hiding who he is. There's no secretive thing, or mind game or guessing with him. He is who is on the face. Within the public, I see him planning out his public image, planning out how he appears to be in the public. And I see him traveling a lot. I think he's well traveled. And that travel has kind of shaped who he is. All right, that's what I feel in terms of in the public. He knows how to handle international audiences. He knows what appeals to the international audiences. And his focus is more on the international audience than on his domestic audience. In the private, we have him rejecting emotions. He walks away from relationships. He walks away from anything which will tie him down. There is a definitely relationship problem going on in his life, in his personal. I do feel that there is a rejection of relationships. Maybe he's not just ready to settle down in the private, whatever is that. Because if you see in his fear also, we have the cups. So there is some fear to, maybe who he has crush on. Maybe he fears falling for the wrong person. Maybe because he got betrayed. He fears intimacy. He fears, it's kind of funny because he's such an open person. He shows who he is. But he fears being vulnerable to the person he loves because he has been betrayed in the past. And that has created a fear in him for relationships. With what he desires the most, he desires actually to have his mind rule over his heart. He doesn't want to think through his heart. He doesn't want his heart influencing him. He only wants to take logical decisions. He doesn't want to be bothered by emotions. That is really his desire. He might feel he's too emotional, he's too impulsive, and he doesn't want that. He wants to curb it down and just think through the head. He feels that's for the best. So this is his personality, and we'll go to his career. In his past, we see, I think he became popular very fast. I mean, his popularity was like sudden. He grew, he became the favorite of women and men. I'm sure both the genders like him a lot. And it kind of exploded, his fame just exploded into his life. And that caused a lot of upheaval in his life. The way he, got into showbiz, the way he grew in showbiz, it kind of destabilized him a lot. And he had to struggle with that. And he has lost relationships because of his fame. The fame has caused issues for him. Maybe old friends who he really cared for, they became different. Maybe family members, who he cared for, they kind of left him or dropped him. There was some conflict there. They couldn't handle the fame which came in so fast. With his present, we have the Three of Wands, we have the Hangman and Justice. So, I see him planning something international, definitely. We have the Three of Wands over here again. I see him planning There is some maybe a release of a new album or a new series, whatever, you know, some new project is in planning stage right now, which is definitely to the international market. We have the Hangman, where we are looking at him taking a pause and reflecting on life, reflecting where he wants to go in his career, what does he want to focus on. And we see him doing justice, you know, where he's actually looking at his own reflection. And he's doing basically, this is what is going on, you know, there's a planning stage, there is this what I want to do next stage. That is what's going on in the present. With the future, we have the 7 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the 9 of Swords. So once he gets over this planning stage, he's going to go for it. Many options are coming his way. A lot more. With that options, criticism also will come, but you know, still, there's a lot of action. We have the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Wands together. I see a lot of people eating their words who criticized him, you know, earlier. They're going to be eating his words, and he's running towards his goal. You know, I really feel like he's going to run and then, you know, have a lift off. So with the star also, we saw the, you know, influence. I feel his future is very bright. We're going to see a lot from him. Let's look at his love life. In the past, I see this guy seems to me having a lot of relationships. In the past, I see him, you know, having again a lot of options here. And then he finally gets those options. And again, with the 9 of Wands, I feel he tried hard, you know, to get the person or to really fall in love. But it was all in the past were not that. He didn't find the one. That is what I was saying. He went through a lot of people, came and went in his life, but he didn't find the one, even though he tried to, you know. Definitely in that process, he has faced people cheating on him. And maybe I feel he maybe also have done two timing and, you know, things like that. So his love life has been pretty messy in the past. In the present, I see definitely he has somebody in his life. I do see somebody in his life. With the Knight of Cups, definitely someone is there in his life. 2 of Wands. I feel again this person might not be from his country, might be somewhere abroad, or he worked with that person when he went abroad, something like that. I keep seeing the globe over here, and I see 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands always appearing in his reading. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So in the present also, we see some new love interest coming up again. So I feel he already had somebody, he's going to travel, and then bam, somebody new is going to come in his life. So we are going to see a lot of turmoil. Yes, a lot of turmoil. That new person is going to, you know, see again we have the Page of Cups, which basically is like, you know, there's a crush. And then we have Temperance, we have him balancing. I don't really know, but I feel this. He's not in a serious relationship at present, though maybe he has feelings. He doesn't trust his feelings. He doesn't, you know, he wants to. When I see the 2 of Swords in his future, you know, his desire also is not to be, you know, taken away by his heart. I think, yes, there's going to be a lot of confusion about his love life. There are lots of people around him, and he might end up doing a balancing act between 2 people in the future. All right, I'm not saying he's cheating or something. I think it might it could be like an open relationship, or I don't know why I get the feeling. I'm not even sure whether I should post this part of the video, but and I just want to tell everybody this is just speculation. All right, I don't know this person, nor is he in my reading. So this is just speculation on what it could be, because I see a lot of instances of different people definitely coming in his life and him trying to balance it out. Yeah. All right, so this was his love reading, and I hope you all enjoyed this reading, and if you all did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Bye bye.